All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol ZOM, Zomedica Corp. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we dive into this chart, I do want every single investor and viewer that I do have a new ticker symbol to share with you guys towards the end of this video. And it's a big opportunity within the sector that it's in. And it's a big opportunity for the next 5 to 10 years. With all the potential that articles, analysis ratings, and everything about the chart and the infrastructure of this company is showing us. So definitely stay tuned for more information on it. I definitely want every single investor to not miss out on this one and have it on their radar moving forward. We need to watch it carefully, but so much potential in the long run for the next 5 to 10 years based off of articles and analysis ratings. So do your due diligence and research on that one. But I want you guys to stay tuned for all the information I have to share with you guys about it. I'm so excited to share with you guys. So I also want every single investor and viewer to be aware that I'm going to launch my Patreon. It might be as soon as tomorrow night or later this week. Okay, I want every single investor to be aware. The link will be down in the description of every single video. And in the Patreon, you guys will be able to know right away when I start looking at some of these ticker symbols that I'm sharing towards the end of the video, and when I start doing my due diligence before I share them, or when I start looking for confirmation or a pullback and what I'm seeing before I even mention it here. So you guys are going to be able to get the raw data of this information sooner through the Patreon, and also there will be other resources about charts and trading that you guys will have access to. So stay tuned for that if you're excited about it and you want to join. I do want every single investor to be aware, and I look forward to seeing your guys' feedback on what you think about that moving forward. So here we are, Zomedica Corp. It was actually trying to fight itself back into bullish territory, and quickly the bears have torn it down. So since we've been in bearish territory, the bears have been dominating. Once we've crossed that 50-day moving average, it's been pretty difficult for the bulls to bring it back up. Another thing too, the 50-day moving average is moving quickly down with it, but as the bears continue to pull it down, it's getting further and further away from it. So let's see our new resistance and support based off the last couple hours of the day. And as I'm speaking, the bulls are trying to reappear. They're making an appearance. They're listening to me. No, I'm just kidding. But you could see that they're actually making an appearance and they're trying to fight back. So momentum could start to build itself up, but we have some important points here for the bulls and bears to watch. So if support gets broken through, the next support level is down here at 230. I want every single investor to be aware of that, and it's pretty close. The 50-day moving average is here at 255. As long as we're below it, bearish territory. The moment we're above it, bullish territory. Our support level is 233. If that gets crossed, watch this carefully and see how this stock is behaving, if the bulls are trying to reappear, or are the bears tearing this one down fairly fast, because we're already in bearish territory, and breaking through support just means we're getting deeper and deeper into it, further away from the 50-day moving average. Now, our resistance is 243. I want every single investor to be aware that 243 needs to be broken through, but it does not signify or guarantee that the bulls can get back into bullish territory and that they're guaranteed to cross the 50-day moving average. This is just an indicator for us investors to be aware where the momentum is heading. If the bulls can turn it into a support, they can pull upwards, which means they're getting one step closer every time to the 50-day moving average, which is their true goal, to cross it to end up back in bullish territory. This is just the beginning catalyst to work upwards. So yes, the bulls need to break through it to start working upwards and hitting newer highs, but it does not guarantee the bulls back into bullish territory or that they've gained control. I want that to be clear and every investor to be aware. Now, another thing too, when we zoom out, Zomedica is doing a really good job at holding itself up above $2. It ran up to highs here, right? New highs of almost $3, and it started to fall. We've been in a downward trend for some time. There's a lot of investors that jumped in on Zomedica around the beginning of February, brought it up to this point. A lot of them left, and a lot of them rode this back up, right? Almost to $3. And we have a lot of investors from way before and even this slight run here, getting out now. Why? Because a lot of investors are not too sure of what's going to happen moving forward. There's also investors realizing that Zomedica's, true forma medical device isn't something new in the market. It's just new for Zomedica, but it's already existed before. But the cool thing is that Zomedica's product, even though it can't treat or diagnose every type of issue right now, it's a very limited product. It's the smaller version of all these other ones that at some point Zomedica can incorporate all types of diagnosis into that smaller product, and it's going to probably dominate or force other companies to try to mimic what Zomedica has already done to revolutionize at least the size of the product. Now, Zomedica has potential. Trueforma is a big deal for this company, but a lot of investors have done some further digging, realizing that what Zomedica is doing is nothing new or nothing out of this world, but it's a big deal for Zomedica itself. It's one step into the market share of this product and one step closer to Zomedica becoming something bigger. So it is a big opportunity for Zomedica, but in the market or in this sector, it's nothing new. I guess that's probably one of the best ways to summarize the situation and everything about it. So investor sentiment is also getting a little bit bearish or taking some profits because we still got a whole month to go till Zomedica actually releases everything. So we have an early anticipation, and it could be a healthy sign if this was to kind of consolidate within this area, not break the $2 mark, not break the $3 mark, hold itself there until the next catalyst, and then we could probably see this breakout to newer highs. That's something to consider and be mindful of, but it has been going pretty steep in the downward direction, so we want to watch it carefully on how it's reacting. So far, it hasn't broken the $2 mark, but we're getting pretty close to it. As always, guys, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Stay tuned to the end because the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys, you definitely don't want to miss it, and it's a big opportunity for the next 5 to 10 years based off of articles, the chart, analysis ratings, and it's definitely one you want to have on your watch list and you don't want to miss. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is a big opportunity. There's a lot out there, but this one is in a sector that the opportunity to the price per share, to the market cap, is just so undervalued because it's so fresh and new into the market, and also it's a growing company. Once it makes it just like the other big players in this sector, I mean, the opportunity will be big from this point moving outwards. So the potential here, according to this platform, their infrastructure and their business goals and everything that's projected about them, it's a big opportunity if everything obviously falls into place and so forth. So when I mean big, and you guys know I'm not hype, you guys know that I don't like to overinflate things or, make things seem bigger than they are, but I am here to emphasize that this stock is a big opportunity. So before we jump into the ticker symbol I'm going to share with you guys, I just want to quickly look here at Genius Brands. We talked about it yesterday to add to your watch list. So this was at about 201 when market closed on Friday. So when I said this was a learning experience for anyone that didn't know or wasn't too familiar with it, it was showing signs based off of different indicators like the RSI, the MACD, and also the closer moving average, that there was a possibility that this could start to work its way up. Well, it certainly did. It went from 201 all the way to 220. Quickly dropped right back down. So the volatility, you can see it there. Now, you want to continue watching this one going into the week because there is opportunity probably for this one to continue to do this type of movement as long as indicators are showing that. But right now, the ticker symbol is kind of fighting, right, to stay above that $2 mark, and it's coming right back down, and it's coming back pretty fast. I didn't think that it was going to come back that fast. I thought it would kind of consolidate a little bit higher, then probably pull back and then run back up, something like that throughout the week. And who knows, maybe it's pulling back to this point. More investors look at it as an opportunity. load up on shares and bring this one back up. So you want to continue watching this one carefully, but this is a very speculative play. So I want every single investor to be aware of that. So what ticker symbol is it that I want to talk about? Well, it is OZON. This is the ticker symbol you want to add to your watch list. This is the big opportunity. So here we are. You can see how this IPO'd, right, at around $40. It ran up to 50, came back down, and then it ran back up to 56, came back down to 46. From that point forward, it spiked up to 68, and it's cooling off. So the cool thing about this one is that when you zoom in, yes, you can see the subtle downward movement in a very slow fashion because it's only gone down $4. But when you zoom out, you can kind of see that it's consolidating. It's hanging out within this channel. It hasn't broken through the $62 mark, and it hasn't broken through the highest point here after that drop of $66, almost 67. So you want to watch this carefully. If it breaks through 62, it could start to hit newer lows. And if it continues to stay in this channel, all it takes is another catalyst for this to run up. Look how small the market cap is. And what are they? Well, they're an internet retailer. They are comparable to Jumia. And if you want to compare it to the top dogs, Shopify, Amazon, eBay, and so forth. Now, even when we go to eBay, eBay's pretty small. These guys have so much more room. So who is Ozon? Well, they are the Amazon of Russia. Pretty much. Based off the articles and everything that I've seen, that's pretty much what they are. I look forward to seeing what you guys find about this one. If you want to comment down below, I would appreciate it. Or what you have found if you already knew about this one. But very important to do some research here on this and not miss out on knowing more about it. Because look at eBay. eBay's market cap is 42 billion and it's in the 60s range. So yes, it's almost in the same type of sector, but this is even bigger. Ozon is even bigger. Look at that, 11 billion. So if this was to go into the 40 billion mark, just like eBay, like we could see here, 42, and it's going for 62 a share, there's probably more that goes into the market share, right, of these two different sectors, and then also the market cap and the price per share that make these value differently. But once this hits like 40 billion, this is going to be upwards to, you know, maybe 2x or 3x the current price. Think about that. So when we go to Jumia, let's see how Jumia is doing. Now Jumia is comparable to this one. They're fresh, they're new. Jumia has a smaller market cap and they're around the same price per share, right? So there's room here even for Jumia, right? This is awesome stuff here. Now, when you compare the two of them, some people will say that Jumia has a little bit less of an infrastructure or growth potential than Ozon. One is better than the other. That's more of a like personal preference. But the top dog here that leads the whole pack is Amazon. Okay, Amazon leads the whole pack. Could these market caps of these companies reach these numbers? Possibly. It's going to take years, but it can possibly reach that. And if it even reaches half of that, just think about dividing this share price in half or even to 1/3 of this total amount and look at where these stocks are at. They're in the 60s. So much room here. So I definitely see big opportunity here. This is so fresh, and it started off at a nicer number than Jumia. That's another thing to consider. You know, it was priced in per share at a much better valuation than Jumia to start. Jumia was way back below $40. So this stock has started off, and if anyone that is an investor or viewer that remembers, you know, there might be some of you here watching my channel, when Amazon started, Amazon was around these prices. And it took years to get where it's at, but, you know, I'm not saying these are possibly going to be just like Amazon and that they are like Amazon, but the potential is there. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.